Today you are going to begin creating your PowerPoint. This is Assignment 6, Slide Master Design. You're going to learn how to create a one-of-a-kind travel advertisement. To make sure that your advertisement looks like nobody else's, you will edit the Slide Master. The Slide Master is what sets the look of the background, the text, the bullets, the header, and the footer. It helps to make each slide look the same. You should open your Assignment 6 PDF or Adobe document and read through it before you begin. I will take you step by step, but you're going to need to go back and forth between the PowerPoint and your document. As you edit your Slide Master, you will customize the background fill, format the font, font size, font style, and font color of the text. Change the alignment of the text, select a bullet style, insert and format clip art to act as the travel agency logo, draw and format a shape to accent the text boxes, include a header and a footer with the date, travel agency name, and slide number. You do not have to write these steps down because they are all on your PDF document. What you do need to write down are particular things that you think you need to remember, or that are particularly important, including the name that you should save your document as. You are going to first open a blank PowerPoint. You do this by going to the Start menu, then clicking All Programs, then scrolling to Microsoft Office, and then Microsoft PowerPoint. This will open a blank PowerPoint presentation for you. You're going to change from the normal view, which is what you see on your screen now, to the Slide Master view. In the Slide Master view, the left pane shows the different slide layouts. In the right pane is the blank Slide Master. So first click the View tab. Find the Master's View group. Remember, that's the small gray words at the bottom of the ribbon. Then click Slide Master. Here we have our blank Slide Master pane. Then over here is our Slide Thumbnail tab, which shows the different slide layouts. You need to select the slide layout that you want to edit from the Slide Thumbnail pane. That's over here on the left. Since you want to change the background, text, footer, and the footer on all of the slides, you're going to need to select the default Slide Master. This is the first slide that is at the top of your thumbnail pane. So click on the first slide at the top of your thumbnail pane. So this is your default Slide Master. Look, click in the text box that says click to edit master tile slide. You may notice that a contextual tab shows up on the ribbon now called Drawing Tools Format tab. A contextual tab is an additional tab on the ribbon that appears when doing a task such as formatting the Slide Master. Right now, the background color of all of our slides is white. You can change the background to a solid color, a gradient, or texture. On the Slide Master tab, find the background group and click the dialog box launcher in the bottom right-hand corner. This is our Slide Master ribbon. So find the Slide Master group that is going to let you change, or the background group that's going to let you open up your dialog box. See here where we have our background group? The dialog box, to open it up, we click on the little arrow that goes to the right with the L above it. On any slide or ribbon, and on any group, if you see that arrow to the right with the L above it, that means that it has a dialog box that you can open that will allow you to make many changes to your slide or your document. Right now, we're going to be on the solid fill. Notice that's the default. click the drop-down arrow beside color and click on a color or click on more colors. If you cannot see any color in the background, check that the transparency has not been set to 100%. Transparency is just below right here. So if you don't see a color change in the background once you've changed a color, make sure that this is not 100%. That means you won't be able to see it at all. So click on one of the default colors or standard colors, or you can change it to one of these colors. You may select any color you like, but don't take too much time making this choice. You want to make sure that you have more than enough time to finish your assignment. Once you've selected your color, click OK. Notice that there are some other options, and you're welcome to experiment with those choices. Click on Gradient Fill. Gradient Fill has several preset colors that you can click and change to. Notice that the background color looks a little different now. You can use one of these presets or not. It's up to you. You can have it be linear, radial, rectangular, path, or shade from the title. You can change the direction. This allows you to choose the angle for the gradient, the color gradient. If you want it to come from the top up, the right to the left, left to the right, however you want your gradient to come in. The gradient stops right here allows you to adjust the position, color, brightness, and transparency of each of the colors in a gradient. Click the Picture or Texture Fill. Then click the drop-down arrow next to the texture. These are preset textures that you can choose. Notice that it gives you a preview right here of what you would use. So you could click one of those to use as your background for all of your slides. As soon as you've chosen what you want, go ahead and experiment. Pause the video right now. Take about 5 minutes, but no more, to experiment with what you would like as the picture fill, pattern fill, whatever kind of background you want. The important thing to remember with backgrounds is that you need to be able to clearly see the information, because the information is always what's more important. Once you've chosen, click Apply to All, then click Close. Now we have the background color of our slide set. Now we're going to change the look of the text on the Slide Master. You still need to have your first slide selected. You still need to click in your text box that says click to edit master title style. You can change how this title and the information on each slide will look. You want to have the words easy to read. Triple click the mouse inside the title placeholder to select the words. That's click 3 times. Notice how it now has selected my words. Right click your mouse. A mini toolbar just shows up on the screen. This has commands that you are going to need to use to edit your text. Change your font to anything you would like here, but make sure it's an easily readable font. You do not want to select a font that you cannot read. You can select, notice how it gives you a preview of each of the different font styles. You do not want to select a font style that is not easy to read. Then change your font size. Again, you right click, change your font size to either higher or lower. You don't want it to overwhelm, but you want it to be large enough that you can see. You can increase as well the size by clicking on the A with the little triangle above it, or decrease in the same way. You can bold, italicize, and change your color to your font in the same way that you would change it in any other type of document. Make sure that your font color is easily read when you look at it on your background color. You do not want to change your font to something that you cannot read. You can change the placeholder fill, so this is our shape or our text box fill. You can change it to something a little darker than your background slide if you would like, but make sure that it shows up clearly. And that your text shows up clearly. You can align your text to the left. Notice how the text doesn't really change a whole lot. That's because of the size. If you make it smaller, if you're aligning to the right, that means alignment is where your text begins. If it's left aligned, then it begins at the left. If it's center aligned, then it begins in the center. If it's right aligned, it begins to the right. You can even change the color of your letters here if you want. Your title slide should be centered. Your title should be centered somewhere and should be roughly approximately 32 points, because remember, points is how font size is measured. So make sure that you've changed all of those and make sure that your font is easily readable. Now we're going to move to the next section in our slide, and we are going to change the bullets. The bullets are those little dots and dashes and arrows that you see. This bullet style is the standard bullet style. You'll notice that on the Slide Master there are 3 levels of text. Each level has its own bullet style. You can change that bullet style from the circle or a line to a square, a check mark, or other fun shapes. Click the mouse to position the cursor in the top level of the text box, right here where I have it blinking. Right-click the mouse to see the contextual menu. Move the mouse or the arrow over where it says bullets. You don't have to click on bullets. You will get multiple options. You can see the different options that you have. When you hold your mouse pointer over the word bullets. Now you can change any of the levels to whatever you would like. When you right-click, you've got to make sure that you right-click directly in front of the bullet that you want to change. And you can change them to whatever you would like. Dots, dashes, small little squares, and you need to change each level. So take a minute here, pause the video, and change your different font bullets to whatever, your bullet styles to whatever you would like. Now we are going to insert clip art that's going to act as our travel agent logo. You're going to use clip art as the logo for your travel agency. A logo is a picture or symbol that is used to represent a company. So click the Insert tab, find the Images group, then choose clip art. You will need to change where the results should be, the media type that you are going to use. So click the drop down arrow and make sure that you only have illustrations selected for now. If you had all of them selected, photographs, videos, audio, you would get a lot of other different types of pictures. We just want clip art for now. Also, make sure that this box has a check mark in it where it says include office.com content. This will give you much more to choose from. Then type travel in the search box. After you've typed travel, click go. You should see multiple pictures of clip art that relate to travel. You can even try search words such as plane, suitcase, hotel, or tourist if you would prefer, if you do not find an item or a piece of clip art that you like, that you want to use. Choose any type of clip art that you'd like. Don't spend more than 5 minutes on this. Go ahead and pause the video and experiment to find the one that you would like. Once you've found the one that you like, you click on it to insert it. You notice that it will show up in the middle of the screen. Now we're going to adjust this clip art so that it makes a great looking logo. You're going to use the commands on the Picture Tools tab to change the color, style, shape, border, and effects. Once you double click on the clip art, you notice that a new tab or contextual tab appears. This one is the Picture Tools Format tab. Make sure that you've clicked or selected the Picture Tools Format tab, then find the Adjust group. Here's the Adjust group. Click on Color. This will give us many different variations for color of that picture. When you hold the mouse pointer over each option, you see a live preview on the slide of what that particular slide would look like. Make sure you choose something that would look good on your slide with your background colors. You can still change and select any color that you'd like, or you can leave it as is. Take a few minutes to see what you would like to choose for your color, then select it. On the Picture Tools Format tab, find the Picture Styles group. That's here in the center. Try the different commands that are available to you to change the way your clip art looks. After using each command, put a check mark in that box sort of mentally. You don't have to do it on your Adobe document. You're going to pick a preset fill. So you can add border by adding a picture border. See how on my font group there it's changing, or on my image it's changing to different borders? You can use one of these. Then under the picture border, you can change the weight, which is how thick your line is or how thin it is. You can change the color of it to make it something higher contrast to what you have. You can change your picture effects. You can create a shadow, a reflection, a glow. As you experiment to make it look exactly how you want, don't take too much time making all these changes. You only need to take a few minutes on each item because you need to have time to get this document or this PowerPoint slide done. Use all the different skills that you've already learned to make your logo look great. Click on the clip art. You now see little circles and squares surrounding and diamonds surrounding your picture. These are called handles. Handles are what allow you to resize your picture. Whenever you resize a picture, you always want to use the corners. Notice how when I move my mouse and my cursor over the circle handle in the corners, that it becomes a double-sided arrow. I can click and drag to make my picture bigger or smaller. Notice how if I use the square handles, it distorts the image. You do not ever with a picture want to resize from the sides, top or bottom. You always want to use your corners. Those are the corner handles. At the top you see a green handle. This is what will allow you to rotate your clip art. You will see a little arrow that circles to the left or to the right. Once you move your mouse over that green circle and you see the arrow that circles to the right, you can click and drag your picture any way you want to create something that's unique. You're going to want to have your piece of clip art be the right size to sit in the corner of all of your slides. You don't want it to be too large. So click on the center of the clip art and drag to place the logo somewhere out of the way on your slide. You can place it anywhere you'd like, but make sure that you're not covering up information that you may want to display later. Now you're going to draw a shape on the slide. You can use the shape to create a border, draw interest towards the title, or to frame a text box. So click the Insert tab, then click on your Illustrations group and choose Shapes. Notice you will get a big drop down that is our shape gallery. You may want to draw a shape on the left side of the slide below the title or behind the text box. In order to draw a shape, you would click what kind of shape you want to begin with, a rectangle or an oval or a rounded rectangle to create interest. So select one of your shapes by clicking on it. Then you will have a plus sign appear. Now you're going to click and drag to create this type shape you want. Notice that we now have this blue filled box that's covering our title. Don't worry. This might cover text, but you're going to move it and change it later. Use the commands on the Drawing Tools tab to change the color, style, shape, border, effects, object order, alignment, and orientation. So double-click on your shape. Notice that our Drawing Tools Format tab has reappeared. This is our contextual tab that's going to let us format our shape box. On this tab, find the Shape Styles group. You're going to try and pick a preset fill, outline, and effect from the Style Gallery. You do this by clicking on the drop-down arrow. Here are some preset ones that you can use if you want. Fill the shape with a color, a gradient, or a text picture. So Shape Fill, you click the drop-down arrow, and again you can change this, or you can have no fill and just have the outline. Notice you're still getting your preview on the slide. You can still click more colors and change it from here as well. You can change the outline to have more weight, which means thicker, or less, or none. You can add an effect such as shadow under Shape Effects, Reflection, Glow. Have soft bevels, or 3D rotation. Take a few minutes to pick and choose how you want your slide to look. Not more than 5 minutes though. You want to make sure that you keep everything within a reasonable amount of time. Now, click on your shape again. From the Drawing Tools Format tab, find the Arrange group. Click the arrow on Send Backward and then choose Send to Back. So you're going to click the drop-down arrow and then you're going to click Send to Back. You can align the shape to the left, center, right, top, middle, or bottom of the slide. On the Drawing Tools Format tab, find the Arrange group again, then click Align. So you can center align it, right align it, left align it, make it to the top, bottom, middle, or anywhere else you'd like. Or you can just leave it where you drew it. Remember, the left align will place it at the left edge of the slide. The center will place it in the center of the slide. The right will place it at the right edge of the slide. Top will align it to the top of the slide. Middle, we'll put it at the middle of the slide, and the bottom, we'll put it at the bottom of the slide. You can even rotate and flip your slide. Notice how you have the same green circle at it, or your text box, to change it to have a particularly neat shape fill. So you can adjust that as you see fit. You can even rotate it 90 degrees. You can also do this from the Arrange group. So click the drop-down arrow next to Rotate and try out the different ways of adjusting your shape. Take just a few minutes here to change and adjust the shape as you see fit. Now we're going to change and resize our placeholders. You can do that. This is how you must click in your slide area. So if you click on the click to text where it says that, we can move this around just like we moved our clip art. We can change the size of our box just like we did with clip art. So click on your placeholder, which click by the words click to edit master tile. You can drag the handles. And this is a case where you could drag the top, bottom, or side handles in any way you'd like to fit within whatever area or space you would like. Now you're going to add a header or footer to the master slide. You're going to add the date, a slide number, and the name for your travel agency. The name for your travel agency will be your last name and travel agency. You're going to add this onto the header or footer. In our case, we'll do footer of each slide. So click the Insert tab, find the text group, then click on Header Footer. So add a date by clicking inside the date and time box. You can choose to have it update automatically, so it'll be whatever date you look at it, or you can set the date and time. Go ahead and leave it at the default for now. If you want it to be fixed, that is a unchanging date, so that when you look at it, it'll be the same date every time. Go ahead and leave for update automatically. Click in the box that says slide number, then click in the box next to the footer. And then in the box or below the word footer, you're going to type the name of your travel agency. Then you're going to click Apply to All. Notice how we now have the date on our slide, the information, and a number that's going to be our page number. You can also take some time under your Format tab and change your boxes here. These are text boxes, so you can change your font to whatever you would like your font color to be. Take just a few minutes to do that now. After you finish making your slide master, all the slides on your travel advertisement will be based on this design. You need to close the Slide Master view and return to the normal view. So click on the Slide Master tab, then click Close the Master View. You now see your title slide as you will see it when you play your PowerPoint. Now we're going to go ahead and add the title and content slide that you've been designing. It's a good idea to test the layout and design of the Slide Master. To do this, you will type next to the title slide. You'll type text onto your title slide. So change your title to Weekend Getaway and type your location that you are going to be getting your information from. So type Weekend Getaway, Press enter and then type our destination name. Then click where it says click to add the subtitle. Now we're going to type your name by, make sure you use capital letters where it is appropriate. Next, we are going to click New Slide. If you just click here, it's going to automatically add what is called a title and content slide. If you click the drop-down arrow, here's your title and content slide. You can change the way the slide looks or the slide layout. Notice how I've added multiple slides. To delete a slide, you simply select the slide and delete. Hit the delete key on your keyboard. In our second slide, you're going to click where it says click to add title. And then you're going to either type come away, have an adventure, or get away. In the click to add text placeholder, type you will want to visit and the name of your destination. If you do not like the slide, click the View tab, find the Master Views group, and then select Slide Master. Click the top slide in the thumbnail. Make sure you do that because this will allow you to change all of the slides. Use the skills that you've already learned. Remember, double click and it automatically goes to that new contextual tab to change what it is you don't like. Once you've changed that, make sure that you go back to the Slide Master and close the Slide Master view so that now all your slides will have a different look to them. Remember, you can still move your text boxes that have popped up and change the size. Make sure that your font is clearly visible. Once you've finished, you need to save this. So click File, Save As, Desktop. Make sure you double click on the file name or the folder with your name, then double click on your travel subfolder and select change your name. Double click in this, click in the file name box and type travel and your name. Now remember, as we add changes, all you have to do is click in the blue floppy in your quick access toolbar to save any other additional changes that you make once you've initially saved it as save. Now that you're done with that, you can exit out of your PowerPoint by closing it, and you're going to submit it on Canvas.